Hello everyone. In this video, let's talk about nested if-else statements. So, in the previous video, we have covered simple if and if-else statements. So, coming to nested if-else, nested means using if-else within another if-else. Okay, nested if-else means using if-else within another if-else is called as a nested if-else. Okay. So, when we will use this nested if-else means if you want to make a series of decisions. Okay, if you want to make a series of decisions, then we have to go with this nested if-else statements. Okay, so nesting means using one if-else construct within another one. Okay, so if you observe the syntax, see here. So here if, here you will specify some condition. Okay, if this condition is true, okay, then it comes into the if block. Again here, again another condition, another if condition is there. Again it will check for this condition. Okay, if these both conditions are true, okay, then whatever may be the statements which are written within this if block, those statements will be executed. Okay, suppose if this condition is true, okay, and but this inner if block condition, this inner if condition is if it is false, then what happens? It will execute the else block statements of if block. Okay, suppose if the outer if condition is true, sorry, if the outer if condition is false, then what happens? It just skip all these if blocks and it will comes to the else block. Okay, and it will check for this if condition. Okay, if this condition is true, so whatever may be the statements which are written here, these statements are executed. Suppose if the if condition here, if the within the else block, suppose if the if condition is false, then what happens? Here the inner else condition, that means here whatever may be the statements which are written within the inner else block, those statements will be executed. So like this nested if-else statements will work. So for better understanding, I will explain with an example program. Okay, so see here. So here my example is there. So here the aim of this program is to find out the largest, the greatest of three numbers. So here I have taken three numbers. Out of these three numbers, which one is the greatest number I want to find? Okay, that is the aim of my program. So see here, within the main function, I am taking three variables a, b, c. Okay, and I have initialized a with 2, the a variable with the value of 2 and b variable with the value of 4 and c variable with the value of 5. Okay, so see here. So here if a is greater than b, it will check for this condition. If a is greater than b, 2 is greater than 4. Okay, so the condition is false. So when this condition is false, what happens? It will just skip this entire if block and the cursor will come to the else block. Okay, so here again if b is greater than c, it will check for this condition. So b value is assigned with 4. So is b greater than c, is 4 greater than 5? Condition again it is false, right? So it will come to the else block and it will print this value, that is c is greater, percentage d is greater means c is greater. So what is the value of c? See here, what is the value of c? C is 5. So 5 is greater will be printed on the output screen. Okay, so let me run the program. So see here, 5 is greater number is my output. Okay, so see here, suppose if I change the values like this, a equal to some 20, b some 20, b equal to 14, okay, and c is 5. Okay, so these are my values, suppose. Okay, now let me run the code. Okay, see here, let me run the code. So here in this example, a is greater, that is 20 is greater number is my output. So see here how the execution will be done. I will explain how the execution will be done. Here means, see here a is 20 and b is 14, right? 20 is greater than 14. It will check for this condition. This is true, right? So if this condition is true, again it will come to the inner if block. So 20 is greater than 5. So if these both conditions are true, okay, then see, this statement, this printf statement will be executed. That is 20 is greatest number is the executed. So a is greatest number. So a value is 20, no? So 20 is greater number will be executed. Okay. So like that, if you run this code, you got the output as 20 is greater number. Okay. Suppose for example here, if I take this as some 44, b value as 44. Okay. So now see here, if I initialize the values like this, a with 20, b as 44 and c with 5. Okay. Now see, it will check for this condition first initially. How the execution will be done means, it will check for if condition, the first if condition. This is called as outer if. Okay. So 20 greater than 44. Is this condition true? 20 greater than 44? False. So once if it is false means, it will just skip the entire if block, right? So it comes to the else block. Okay. So here within this else block, it will check for this condition. Is a 20 is a if a b greater than c, that means is a 44 greater than 20. Yes, this condition is true, right? If this condition is true, this printf statement will be executed. That is b is greater number, 44 is greater number will be executed. So here if you run the code, see, if you run the code, so 44 is greater number is my output, right? So like this nested if else statements will be executed. Okay. Suppose if you want to make a series of decisions, okay, then we have to go with this nested if else. So nested if else means if else within another if else, that is called as, suppose if you nest if else within another if else, then it is called as nested if else. Thank you.